Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Most XRP holders will not be willing to sell their XRP until XRP hits at least $10. Take a look at this headline from the Daily Hodl. Here's when XRP's biggest supporters say they will sell their holdings. This is a fun piece to run through. And so my personal opinion in terms of the general direction of where XRP price is going, which in a nutshell is way higher than where it is today. I'm not the only one that feels that way, and I'm willing to bet if you're listening to a video like this, you might feel the same as me and just the vast majority of the others within the XRP community here. So I'm going to run through that. I also have a picture of Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, with a goat, so that's going to be a good time. And I've got this piece, and like, whoa, Moon Lambeau, what the hell did you glossing over something about a Brad Garlinghouse goat photo? Yeah, I'm glossing over, but don't worry, I'm going to get to it. You just chill out, I'm going to get to it. And then there's this piece from the Daily Hodl. Macro guru Dan Tapiero predicts $15 trillion or more will flow into gold and Bitcoin. And he actually acknowledges, like, it could be a good bit more. You'll see within the piece here as I run through it. But that is insane. Like, say it was exactly 15 trillion that went into, let's just say it just went just directly into crypto, the entire asset class. So not just Bitcoin, though. Like, understand that doesn't mean that the market cap for the asset class would be 15 trillion. It would be substantially higher than that. Because you consider like whatever the market cap is today. Here, I'll just look now, for even though... Yeah, here we go. 570 billion-ish. That's the market cap. Nowhere near that much money actually flew into the crypto asset class, but there's the market cap, $570 billion. And so the net inflow of cash required to get a huge market cap like that, nowhere near that amount of cash. And so if that much money actually went in, I don't know what it would be, but it would not shock me if we had a crypto asset class over $100 trillion at that point. If you're talking about 15 trillion, actual $15 trillion actually flowing in, holy hell! Because people are buying for more than whoever they're buying it from. Well, assuming that there's a general trend. I mean, people take losses in crypto too. I get that, but if the asset class is going to continue to appreciate in terms of price, yeah, like how would that not happen? But before we go any further, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button. And also, if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP and you just can't wait to see Brad Garlinghouse standing next to a goat in a photograph, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel because I'm about to make your damn dreams come true. And so, by the way, as I record this, XRP is at 64.2 cents. Market cap, like I just said, 570 billion. Bitcoin at 18,839. Bitcoin dominance at 61.41%. And should we have a little drum roll here? There you go, goat picture. Woo! Did I oversell it? As soon as I saw it, so this was tweeted out by Michael Arrington, and I immediately was like, Brad, man, he's looking like babyface compared to where he's at. He's like, how old is this picture here? And as it turns out, so Michael Arrington, he's friends with Brad Garlinghouse, and he is the founder of TechCrunch and Arrington XRP Capital. And he stated that he took this picture back in I think he said 2012. He said it somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I went through the comment section, and so he took a picture of Brad with a goat in 2012, and then waited 8 years to post it on the internet so that Moon Lambeau could share it in a video. So there we go. Brad with a goat, everybody. It's a good day, man. It's a good. I get the serious content on the Moon Lambeau channel. The hard hitting stuff. That's what you guys want, right? All right, into this piece now. Here's when XRP's biggest supporters say they will sell their holdings. XRP's most ardent supporters, often referred to as the XRP Army, are revealing when they plan to sell their holdings. A new poll from XRP Arcade's Leonidas asks when investors plan to cash out, offering 4 potential exit points. At the time of publishing, about 5,500 people have submitted their responses via Twitter. And so check this out. 5.5% of the respondents say they will sell their XRP in the 60 cent to $1 zone, which, by the way, that's where we are now. XRP is within that range now. At 69 cents at the time of recording anyway. If the third largest crypto asset reaches $1 to $4, 11.2% say they will sell. Another 20.1% say they will sell if XRP moves to the $4 to $10 region. How many of you out there? I'm wondering. Frankly, that's a pretty good size sample, don't you think, of the XRP community? I'd be willing to bet that if you could magically poll everybody in the community, I wouldn't be surprised if the actual numbers in terms of percentages and when people are willing to sell, I would not be surprised at all if it's more or less in line with these results. Because again, it's just a reasonable sample size, I think, here. Anyway, so the remaining 63.2% say they will only sell if XRP is above the $10 mark. Just how high above $10 would be different for everyone, and the poll does not get more specific. And that's the unfortunate thing about Twitter polls. As far as I know, you can only, because it's all, I've never run one of these polls. Maybe I will one day for fun, but you can only have 4 options. I am assuming because that's every single poll I've ever seen, it has a maximum of 4. And so you're sitting there thinking, okay, so 63.3% are fully anticipating, obviously, that XRP is going to hit at least $10. But I would not be surprised if a huge number of those individuals are not going to sell until it gets substantially higher than that. I would bet some would be responding that they're not going to sell until it's like $20 or $30 or $40. I'd be willing to bet that people would say that. And so for me, I'll be transparent. I don't have a perfectly written out plan, and we'll see. It's always subject to change based on whatever environmental factors are unfolding at the time. But for me, I can't imagine selling a single XRP until we've at least hit the all-time high price, which would be for me, $3.84. But really, I mean, I don't know. I just tend to feel like somewhere around roughly $5 would be reasonable. And given that XRP got up to damn near $4 of just pure speculation when there was much less interest, much less development, institutional adoption was nowhere near as great it was back when that happened a few years ago as it is today. There's so many reasons. I'd be shocked if it never got there. I would be shocked if XRP never got back up to that all-time high level and then entered price discovery. And fine, maybe I'm wrong. I always acknowledge this. I could be wrong, and if so, then I deserve to lose everything that I invested in XRP. And you know what? I'm a big boy. And so if that happens, it happens. But I am Mr. XRP Bull for a reason, and I sleep easy, and I am so happy that I have exposure to this asset class, and specifically XRP. I tell you what, if I didn't have this exposure that I have, if I had not purchased the XRP, then I would not sleep easy, frankly, because I feel like I know what I'm doing here. And, and look, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, so don't buy or sell because anything I say are right. I'm just sharing my everyday Joe Schmo opinion. But I feel very strongly about this, having been in the space and researching on a daily basis for just, over 3 years at this point. And it's a fun ride, by the way. I really enjoy running through all of this here. But anyway, they write here also, XRP spent most of this year and last year between 17 to 30 cent region, lagging behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. At its current price of 69 cents, XRP is up 263% in 2020. Bitcoin is up 163% this year, and Ethereum's up 363% this year. And so there you go, XRP outperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin Maxi Trolls, I'll tell you what, when Bitcoin's outperforming XRP, they love to gloat about that. And so I'll just mention it here, XRP is outperforming Bitcoin, but just to not to gloat, because I want Bitcoin to do well, frankly. It just kind of illustrate the absurdity of pushing a narrative based on a specific time frame, because that doesn't speak to the long-term viability of any particular crypto or potential future price action anyway. That's just how I feel about it. All right, into this piece now. Macro guru Dan Tapiero predicts $15 trillion or more will flow into gold and Bitcoin. And I don't think it's going to be just Bitcoin. I get that's what's in the title here, but even if Bitcoin is effectively the gateway crypto that gets people in, which is perfectly fine, there's what ultimately happens? People find out other coins exist, and then a certain amount are going to invest in other coins, including Ethereum and XRP and so on and so forth. So what's good for Bitcoin is good for the asset class. I do firmly believe that. But veteran macro investor Dan Tapiero thinks roughly $15 trillion in wealth could flow into Bitcoin and gold throughout the next decade. Tapiero, the co-founder of digital asset equity fund 10T Holdings, says in a new interview with Anthony Pompliano that in the next 10 years, financial institutions could invest up to 10% of their portfolios in gold and 5% in Bitcoin. He adds that some institutions may reverse that ratio, and some speculative investors that are used to sinking money into venture capital may invest 10 to 15% of their portfolios in each. And here's a quote. That's a huge, huge chunk. I mean, 15% of $100 trillion is $15 trillion. That could be $15 trillion to flow into gold and Bitcoin or more. I think it'll eventually be more. And so Tapiero also highlights Bitcoin will be the fastest horse, and that it's much bigger than gold in terms of its impact. And here's another quote. For me, Bitcoin is much bigger than gold. Bitcoin could be, and I think will be, that value protocol for the internet. Gold is a store of value. Bitcoin is an entire network. One aspect of what Bitcoin is a store of value. That's another reason I don't understand all the constant comparisons to gold, because you're limiting what it is. And if you say to an investor, oh, it's just digital gold, they're like, no, it's not. And that's it. But if you say to them, this is an invention akin to the invention and discovery of electricity or the invention of the combustible engine, then they're like, what are you talking about? It's just digital gold, you said. No, it's not. That's one little aspect of what Bitcoin is. And so Tapiero adds that Bitcoin could be a system that grows equal in size to the entire legacy system. All good things in time, my friends. It's becoming increasingly clear. The more time passes, the more people have to really question, even the hardest skeptics. Enough time continues to pass that you got to start to wonder, if you're being intellectually honest with yourself, even if you're a naysayer of crypto, like, what am I getting wrong if it's still here after 12 years? And then, so can you imagine it's going to be even harder to be a naysayer after 15 years or 20 years or 30 years of the asset class existing. It's not going away. And my aha moment, I've shared this on the channel, but it's been a while, and there are so many new subscribers now. But my aha moment in crypto, I mean, this must have been within, I don't know, I'd have to think about it, reflect on it further. It may have been within the first week or so. Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah, because I think it was before I purchased XRP, which I did a week after I first purchased any cryptocurrency in November 2017. But when I started researching, I had no idea what I was about to discover. And the moment that it hit me where I was like, oh my God, crypto's not going away, you know what it was? It's when I was researching XRP, and I found out that you can have business models that literally cannot exist unless decentralized cryptocurrencies with open market prices exist. And so that represents actual value. And if something represents actual value and it's an asset that people can purchase and are trading actively today, then I just realized, I was like, holy hell, that's going to be here forever. As long as it's valuable. As long as it's valuable. And again, I get in the short term, not enough people are, parsing out the differences between cryptocurrencies. But to me, once I saw it, I was like, that was my aha moment. I was just like, this is not going away. This is absolutely not going away. And so I thought, even if I'm wrong about the long-term viability of XRP, or something goes horrendously wrong that we couldn't foresee, which is possible. I mean, I don't think it's going to. I'm Mr. XRP bull, and I'm always going to be like that until there's a reason not to be. But even if I'm wrong about XRP, I'm not wrong about crypto. And I feel very strongly about that. And there are other reasons. So, like, that was my aha moment. But there are other reasons I won't get into because I don't want this video to go on too long. But it's just simply not going away. It isn't. And so to the people that are naysayers, it's going to become increasingly difficult. And they're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime, because it's been hundreds of years since there's been a new asset class. At its core, like, we're talking about money. It's new forms of money. Like, that's part of what's going on in the crypto asset class here. Even though I understand that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, generally speaking, are not being used in place of fiat currency, because that's not a major problem. You're talking about fundamentally something of value. And so with so little money in the space, you keep getting this incredible, for over a decade now, incredible lopsided returns in crypto compared to other asset classes. Well, that's because there's almost no money in the asset class, and so it's easy to get this doubling, tripling, quadrupling, so on and so forth in terms of price action, which we've been seeing even in the last week with XRP, and it's not going to stop anytime soon, so I'm happy to be here. But anyway, that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.